The Southeastern Ohio Red Cross provides services for Athens, Gallia, Meigs, and Benton counties, and it now has a new executive director. Jane Patton joins us here to discuss her new role in the upcoming events at the Red Cross. Thanks for being here this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I wanted to start off and congratulate you on your new position.
Thank you.
I know you are not new to the Red Cross, however, so what did you do before?
Well, in March of 2009, I was the Health and Safety Director, a position I held until all those positions were eliminated in September of 2011. In March of this year, the Executive Director resigned, and the regional office called and asked if I would consider stepping in as interim, which I did, and then in August I was named the Executive Director.
And since you've been with the Red Cross so many years, how have you seen the Southeastern branch of the Red Cross develop over the past couple of years?
Well, for many years we were known as the Athens County Red Cross, and at some point about a year ago we changed our name because we do oversee 4 counties, and the name of Southeastern Ohio better reflects who we are.
And with your new position, do you have any goals for this year or upcoming years?
My first goal when I stepped in was to ensure that we had representation on our board of directors from all the counties. And I'm happy to say that all 4 counties are now represented. We'd like to increase our volunteer staff in the other counties and work more as a team with all of them.
Okay, and I know that the Red Cross offers many services, so do you mind speaking on those for a little bit?
Well, there's 4 distinct services of the Red Cross. The first is health and safety. That would be CPR, first aid, babysitting, that kind of class. The second would be blood services. Most people are familiar with the fact that we collect about 40% of the nation's blood supply, and many of the blood drives are held right here at Ohio University. The third would be disaster services. We always respond to disasters in the area. And the fourth would be aid to military families. If you have someone deployed and you have an emergency at home, the Red Cross is how you get the soldier back home.
And do you need volunteers to help with these services?
We always are looking for good volunteers, particularly in disaster services.
And how can people get involved with the volunteer process at the Red Cross?
The first step would be to stop in the office. We have each person fill out a packet of information. They do a background check. Then we sit down and talk to them, see what their interests are, and go from there.
And next week you have or not next week, at the end of this month you have a training program set up. So do you want to tell me a little bit what that's about?
Yes, whenever we have a disaster, like the power outage, is when we realize there are a lot of people interested in serving, but they're not trained. And each disaster person does have a lot of training. So the October 27th and 28th at OUN, we'll be having a big weekend of training. You do need to register, and we need to talk to you about what classes are available, but you can do that by calling the office.
Ms. Patton, thank you for joining us this evening.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.